Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to do a process video for you. It's not for anything in particular, it's just I wanted to have some fun and use one of the stuff that came in my hip kit. I start off with this background here. I wanted to do a sky, so what I did is I cut that paper in shapes of clouds, and I'm adding some distress oxide and the blue and making it look like clouds. And have you noticed the rainbow that I did? The rainbow is done off screen. I did not record that. I was trying to do something that I learned from one of the hip kit ladies. I believe her name is let me get it very quick for you. Anyways, well, I'll keep talking. Her name is Andrea Marvilla Lake, and she did it, and I tried it, and my results were pretty good, I think. So I decided to keep going and make a layout out of it because I liked how it came out. I did do some stitching in between the colors. You can see that. I also added some nouveau mousse in the flower area, so I liked how that came out. Now I tried to do the water on the oxides, but it didn't really work, but that's okay. I wouldn't mind. I would just leave it like that. I liked it how it came out anyways. So I'm gonna move on with my background here. I'm almost done with it. And the next thing I'm going to do is work on the clouds. I'm going to cut out a bunch of clouds that I'm going to add texture to. And these are the clouds I cut out. I just drew them and cut them out with scissors. But I am going to add some gray Pink Fresh Studio on the edges of them, just to give them some dimension and some texture, make them look like they're separated from the background, and you can see them that they're clouds. Then I'm going to add some texture to the clouds with the stencil that came in the hit kit for January, I believe it is, and the Vicky Booten's texture paste, which I'm almost out of. I have to definitely replace and get a new one because I love it. It's like creamy butter. It's the best one I have ever used. Here's where I'm going to do the clouds. I'm going to add some texture to the clouds. I've done it to the little clouds punch, but these I'm going to do to these big clouds. I wanted to add some texture to them, and it came out awesome. You can see them in the close-ups at the end. I did take pictures, and you can see the texture on the clouds. It's a form that I like to do a lot lately. I've been in a kick of doing skies and rainbows, so that's what I'm doing right here. Adding some, as you see, my bottle is empty of my Vicky Booten texture paste, which I need to replace. I thought I'd edit this out. I'm just cleaning up a little bit, but then I'm going to come in and start my layout. And this is how I want it to look. I am going to pop out some of these clouds. And there's two clouds that are going to be just glued down, and then I'm going to pop up this one on foam tape. Now, the rainbow, I'm going to have these two clouds. That paper right there is a Vicky Booten paper, and that came in her kaleidoscope. And it's an awesome background because it's like a sky. So I cut half of it, as you see. Just ripped it apart and glued it to the bottom of this of my background. Yes, of my background. Now the picture that I'm using on here, I wasn't sure what picture to use. Either my dog's picture right over there that you can still see it, or my picture of when I used to work at Disney and used to be one of Mickey's friends. So I decided to use that because I have my hand out like holding the rainbow so in my hands. So I decided to use my picture. It was an adventure that I had when I worked at Disney. I loved it. And I wish I was healthy enough to go back and do it, but I don't think I'm healthy enough for it. But it surely is an adventure to do this work with being Mickey's friend. And now I'm going to pop up this last cloud here. And that one's going to go a little bit over on the picture. The picture of me dressed as Daisy Duck. This is going to be for my albums, my Disney album, all the characters that I did while I worked there. I'm working on it. So I just did Mickey and Minnie. And I believe I was Minnie. And now I'm doing Daisy Duck. So I'm using my title. It's going to be Say Cheese. And the cheese is going to go right there. Yep, Say Cheese, right on the clouds. That's where my title is going to go. Now, I am going to do a cluster of flowers on this side. So some of them are popped up, some of them are not. And I found these high heel shoes. And let me tell you about Daisy shoes, the outfit when you go pick it up. Her shoes, her high heel shoes are so big and it's so cute. I thought these high heel shoes were perfect to put here and remind myself how cute her high heels were. It was awesome. It was awesome working there. Believe me, if you get an opportunity to do that, you young folks, go ahead and do it because it is truly an adventure. And she was one of the characters that I used to love to do all the time. She's one of my favorites. I trained in her and I worked with her on Main Street here in Florida a lot of days. So she was one of my favorites and one of the ones that I did the most. Being 4'9", you get to do these little small characters. And Daisy Duck was a 4'9" chick. So you see him here, I'm just filling in flowers, making a cluster on the side. And then I'm going to just start putting flowers like crazy. I go crazy putting flowers everywhere. Little dinky flowers, foam chipboard flowers that came in the kit for January. I have so much stuff still from January, and now my February kit just got here, and I'm just like overwhelmed with stuff. And the March kit's coming, and I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I have to certainly get into more groups and use all these products up. Hopefully, now that I'm not taking any more chemo, and I am home and recuperating from the breast cancer and recuperating from taking chemo. When I get stronger, I can scrap more. Right now, it's very difficult for me to stand or even sit for an hour and do a whole layout the way that I want it. But, one a day for me is good. I'd rather use a sketch. Sketch makes it so easy for me to make it because I'm following the sketch part by part, and it's very easy for me to do that. But if I come up with a layout and my own design, it takes me like a whole day. And I want to add mixed media all the time, and that takes time. You ladies know that takes time because it's got to dry, and you got to leave it overnight to dry. And especially if you use texture paste or any kind of texture nubo or anything, you have to leave it to dry, and then in order to just start making your layout. But this one's almost coming to the end. I just wanted to make this video and put it out there and start I'm working on that album, and I'm also working on an album for my brother's. He is retiring from the Army, so I'll be working on that, and I am going to do a couple of videos on that. Punch My Punch on Thursdays and my Mixed Media Frenzy. I love those two groups. And I'm also going to try to do a couple layouts of this, and I'm also going to try to work on a little bit on my breast cancer treatment album that I did one. I think I first did the beginning of the page for the album, but soon I'll get into all that. But I'm gonna work on one layout a day and see where, what picture I want to scrap it. That's how I scrap. I see the picture, I like it, I scrap it. I have no date, no reason. I just scrap the picture that I like. Basically, that's how I scrap. If it's my daughters, if my other daughters or my sons, then I have 3 different boxes, and then I put them in their boxes each separately. But yeah, you'll see more layouts now that I'm home and I don't have to take my chemo, and more videos on my channel of this. So right here, what I'm doing is, there was a bunch of these see-through, I think they're see-through stickers. So I used some of those and all the flowers, and I just went crazy sticking stickers in the sky on the flowers on this page. And there you go. You can see all the dimension and all the texture paste. So I will leave you here with these shots. I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you, God bless, and have a great day.